Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, damn, where did all the time go? Like, you've been alive, but not really living. You feel older than you should, more tired than you should, and if you're honest with yourself, you're afraid that if you keep living like this, you're gonna waste your entire life. I know that feeling so well because for the majority of my life, I lived in it. I mean, for years, I felt like I was slowly dying while pretending to be alive. I had no purpose and I was just going through the motions until I finally figured out how to reverse it by changing my daily habits. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how your daily habits are literally aging you faster than they should, and what you need to do if you wanna reverse the clock and get 10 years of your life back before it's too late. Have you ever noticed that most of us are just living the same day over and over again, basically on repeat? I mean, sometimes it just feels like you can just blink and another week's gone by. You keep telling yourself, next week I'll start something new, or I just need a little more motivation. But deep down, you know what's really happening. You're stuck. And if nothing changes, 10 years from now, you'll have the exact same regrets, but worse. This is happening because of the hidden habits that are aging you, bro. Your habits are either slowly killing you or they're building you into something better. There's no middle ground here. And the scariest part, you don't even notice the ones that are draining your energy and speeding up your aging until the damage is already done. And I know, when most people hear the word habits, they think of surface level stuff, like brushing your teeth or hitting the gym. But pay attention, because habits go way, way deeper than that. Habits are anything you do or think repeatedly. That means your thoughts, your emotions, even the way you talk to yourself. These are all habits too. So yeah, waking up late, skipping workouts, eating garbage, and scrolling TikTok until your brain is basically mush, those are all physical habits that are aging you fast. But the mental ones, those are the ones that really lock you in place. I'm talking about the constant overthinking, self-doubt, procrastination, that voice in your head telling you you'll never change. These can be far worse. And if you're not actively working to change those mental patterns are actively working against you every single day. And I'm speaking from direct experience here. I mean, I used to wake up feeling exhausted before my day even started. Not because I didn't sleep enough, but because I was carrying this invisible weight that I didn't even know I was carrying. I thought it was normal to be in the state I was in until I thankfully realized that I was carrying around literal years of compounding bad habits that were negatively affecting my life and were causing me to feel the way I felt. And if you're still experiencing this, chances are you know exactly what I'm talking about. Deep down, you know that if you don't change, nothing's going to change. No one's coming to save you. And if you keep repeating the same patterns, living the same day on autopilot, letting those hidden habits drain your energy, your confidence, and your purpose, you're gonna wake up one day, years from now, and realize you've wasted your life away, bro, doing things that you probably don't even like doing. That's the worst part. And it's not because you weren't smart enough, not because you didn't have the potential, but because you just never took control. You're gonna look around and realize your body's weaker, your mind's slower, your opportunities are severely decreased. And the worst part, you won't be able to blame anyone but yourself. It's a painful pill to swallow, but it's the truth that you need to realize. And if this doesn't light a fire under you, I don't know what will. Because the good news, once you become aware of the fact that these habits are aging you, you can finally start breaking them. But first, you gotta see them for what they are. And in the next section, I'm gonna show you why your life isn't even really yours yet, and how that's the root of every habit that's currently holding you back. If you could redesign your life from scratch, would it look anything like the one you're living right now? If you can answer this honestly, this is the reason why your life isn't yours yet. And I need you to really let this one sink in, because it might hit hard. But if no one's told you this before, I will. You didn't choose most of the habits you live by today. They were chosen for you. The way you talk to yourself, the way you react to stress, the way you cope with boredom, anxiety, anger, even the way you spend your mornings or eat your meals. Those patterns were likely installed when you were younger, shaped by your family, your environment, your culture, your school, your friend group, and because you never questioned them, you just kept living them like they were normal. But here's the truth. If you've never taken the time to step back and actually observe your habits, your thoughts, your identity, then you're not really living. You're just running a program. You're an NPC in your own life, a character that was written by everyone but you. And I'm not saying this as an insult. I'm saying it so you can wake up, because I used to be right there with you. I knew I wanted more. I knew I had the potential to be something greater, but I didn't know how. So I did what everyone else did. I followed the script. I stayed safe. I blended in. And for a while, that worked. Until it didn't. It wasn't until I hit a breaking point in my life, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, that I realized something wasn't working. So I finally started asking myself, who do I actually want to be? Not who did the world tell me to be, not who my parents modeled me to be, not who my past mistakes shaped me to be. Who do I want to be? Outside of all of that. And that's when I realized that your life isn't yours until you consciously choose it. Think about it. How can something be yours if you never had a say in creating it? If you just accepted it by default? It can't. And you're feeling stuck right now because you're living a life that was handed to you, not one that was built by you. The good news is the moment you become aware of this is the moment you start to take it back. So now the question becomes, are you going to keep living on autopilot, or are you ready to build a life that actually belongs to you? Because in the next section, I'm going to show you how to reprogram your habits before it's too late. By the way, if you're tired of just watching videos without getting any results, and you think you can handle me calling you out on your BS, book a 15-minute consultation with me. Also, if you want a free ebook to help you reach any goal you want, sign up for my email list. Finally, if you got a quick question, drop it in the comments. What if the future version of you, 10 years from now, is watching every decision you're making right now and screaming at you to change? Because here's the truth. You don't need more time. You don't need more motivation. You don't need the perfect thing to happen. You just need a system that works. A system that allows you to get out of where you are. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how to reprogram your habits before it's too late. You've obviously already realized your habits are aging you. You're probably waking up tired, scrolling for hours, eating like crap, avoiding discomfort, escaping into distractions, and then wondering why life feels like it's slipping through your fingertips. And the worst part is, you're not even really choosing this life. You're just living out the patterns that were programmed into you years ago. So how do you break free? How did I break free? Step one is always awareness. You've really got to take the time to slow down and start noticing what you're doing, writing it down and questioning why you're doing it. Why are you skipping the gym? Why are you talking to yourself negatively all the time? Why are you always procrastinating? I'm serious here. I want you to write every negative habit you become aware of down and take some time to start asking yourself why you do them until you get to the root cause. And you'll usually know you're at the root cause when you either go back to a childhood memory or you can't think of any other reasons why. This is a form of shadow work, and it's definitely not easy because the answers you get probably won't feel too good, but they'll also give you the awareness you need to start changing. And if you want a more in-depth shadow work guide, check out this card on screen, where I teach you how to master shadow work in just 9 minutes. Once you've got awareness down, you need to start thinking about replacement. You're gonna use replacement because it's very hard to just stop a habit cold turkey. So instead, what you should be doing is replacing it. You do this because your brain craves automation. And if you don't give it a better option, it'll likely default back to the old option. So wherever you're writing down your list of negative habits that you are now aware of, to the right of them, make a list of what better options you want to replace them with. An example of this might be replacing going to sleep super late with a set bedtime, or replacing those fast food meals with meal prepped meals. You get the point. And I know becoming aware of your habits and replacing them might seem like small changes, because they are. But how do you think you got to where you are today? Small changes over time. This is exactly how you're going to turn back the clock, by doing the exact same thing in reverse. Because each small change you do is literally rewiring your brain one change at a time and giving you back your life. Here's the most important step though, consistency. Without consistency, none of the new habits you're working to implement will stick. And yeah, building new habits may feel awkward in the beginning. Your old habits might be running the show right now, but once you take control and consistently act on your new habits, they start working for you, not against you, until it becomes automatic. Just like how you do the habits you're trying to replace right now automatically. That's when everything is going to start changing for you. And the good news is that it only really takes about a month to fully implement a new habit. So don't wait until the next burnout. Don't wait until your health gives out, your confidence collapses, or your potential rots away in front of you. Start today, bro. Start reprogramming your system and build habits that are aligned with your future, not your past. This is how you're going to get 10 years of your life back. And if you wanted to know how to build something even more powerful than habits, that will allow you to turn the clock of your life back even quicker, make sure to check out this video next.